All right, so I'm kind of restoring, rewiring this old lamp. The old lamp holder just kind of stopped working. The inside of it's busted. And I'm replacing it with a new turn knob through, end knob lamp holder here. And I'd like to put these nice brass, or these nice metallic knobs on there. They fit perfectly fine on the old one. Screws right on. And it looks great. And I think it'll pair nice with this, just to give it a little, just so it's not a little black piece of plastic. But this new one, it doesn't screw off. It's just a solid piece. So I've kind of disassembled it a little bit. Just a couple of screws with a bracket. The old one, these are pretty similar. These are both Pass and Seymour. One's just older. One Pass Seymour Legrand. One is just older, and it looks like they're pretty similar. And this bracket looks, like it has adapted. So I'm going to attempt to drill out these rivets or these little pins or whatever these are, and remove this old bracket and transfer it to the new one, as well as try to transfer the shaft so that I can get this thread and put the knob on the new lamp holder. I don't know if it's possible yet, but we'll find out. I guess we'll see. I'll take you over to the drill press, and we're going to drill these out. All right. Oh, they're screws. All right then. Easy enough. Oh man, I think this might work. This one's got a hole in it to keep this retained. And this has a square indexing hole in here. It looks like there's graphite. They lubricated it. Plastic, there's a spring, and then there's the mechanism down in there. It looks like this might work, because that's probably a pretty similar mechanism with just the spring there. So I'm going to take this back over to the bench. I think this is going to work. So you can see right here how this kind of works. The bottom of the little turn knob shaft has a spring. The spring pushes down on this looks like a little copper rod right there. There's two metallic ramps on both sides that it twists on, connected to the hot lead. It bridges the gap between the hot wire, the hot screw, where it comes in, and the hot terminal on the inside there on the bottom post. All right, good news. I got the new turn knob off, and it will fit perfectly. If you look from the end, you can see that the new knob here, the groove that the little bar seats in at the bottom of it, is straight across here. You can see on the old one it is kind of flared. I wonder why that is. The rods look like they are pretty much identical. I wouldn't be surprised if these came off the same machine between now and whenever this was manufactured, but the grooves are just a little bit different. This one's wider, so I guess that one has a little bit more play before you twist it. As you twist, it has some slot before it will engage and twist up over the little contact. So I'm going to put this back together with the new one. Looks like it should be possible, and I will test it. Looks like we will be able to use the new knob. All right, we're back at the bench with the okay, we've got our new lamp holder with the new rod in there, fresh contacts. We're going to take this and try to slip it in there. The new one is just a little bit deeper than this, so I wonder if that's going to make a difference. We'll try. The new one also kind of had to squeeze. It was kind of difficult to get the new one out. These two tabs on the near the screws kind of prevented this from coming straight out. I just had to pry it. So let's try to squeeze this one back in here and fit it in there. It just took a little bit of pressure. So we're in. Oh, there we go. That felt positive. Let's see here. Oh, okay, I see. So the pin came out from the thing, so we gotta take this back apart. Okay, so we're gonna take this and put it back in. I wonder if it's supposed to go in here first. It's hard to say. I don't know. That doesn't seem likely. Here we go. Ooh, okay. So I have some spring in here. Oh, that feels good. I like it. Yeah, so the new bracket has a hole much larger because this whole thing just fits through there. But with this one, what I'm really after here is these threads so I can put the knob on. So it gets retained, it fits right through here. This goes on top of here, and then this goes over top of everything and holds it down, hopefully. Those holes line up. Ooh, those holes are it's just wider. It still has some more spring tension. I think that'll be fine. I'm just going to bend those legs out and screw it in. Just a little bit of bend, not even much, just that. Straighten the tab out. A little bit more. Perfect. I think this is going to be perfect. Look at that. It's going to go right over. I'm going to use both of the new screws. Screw it right on there. I think this is going to be great. I think that this worked perfectly. Made in Mexico. All right, so this is going to go right here. I think the color should match pretty well. I don't know, I'm colorblind, but I think it's close enough. It'll be better than the black plastic knob. I decided to go with this kind of yellowy gold, old school looking flat plug. I think the clear is kind of interesting, and this just reminds me of some old lamps that I see around. I just wanted to give it a retro vibe, and I think this does the trick. I'm also modifying the pole for this. This is a big kind of arching kind of side table lamp. Maybe a lamp you might put next to a single chair with a table, reading light of sorts. But on the rod here, I'm modifying it. It originally just had one hole here. I drilled it out, and I also drilled the second one. I didn't record that. It originally just had a hole straight through the metal that the old cord, this old brown, pretty hard and brittle cord, it just went straight through the hole. It had a risk of shorting if it moved around too much. I just didn't really like the way it was. So I'm changing it. I have this old lamp base from an IKEA lamp that had this plastic cord protector, and it just goes right in there. And I think it's a nice, elegant solution. It is kind of a modern touch on what is a vintage piece, but I think it'll give it a little bit of a longer life. And so I think this will be an interesting touch just as soon as I get this cut out and a screw hole drilled. It'll be nice. All right, we're set up on the table. We're going to cut out the rest of this oval for these two. I've got my two holes I drilled on the drill press earlier, and we're going to cut it out with the Dremel tool. All right, let's spark it up. I'm going to go ahead and add something to protect this from sparks. I'm afraid that after a while it's going to char. I'm also going to go ahead and grab some gloves. I riveted my Dremel key to this little piece of aluminum I cut out because I was tired of losing this thing. All right, it's the moment of truth. Okay, so maybe I think that this needs to be shaved a little bit, just this end piece. Carefully, without removing a finger as well. Oh. There we go. Oh, there we go. Slide it in there. Oh, it fits like a glove. Perfect. Oh, that is nice. Looks good. Got our hole drilled. Not perfectly center. It'll be fine. According to my Harbor Freight calipers here, it's 4 thousandths of an inch on either side. It's 8 thousandths of an inch larger than the hole that I just drilled. And I'm sure the hole that I just drilled is just a small amount larger than what I measured. So we'll see. And feels pretty sloppy. Pretty sloppy indeed. But you know what? Let's see here. Okay, well, that's good. It's on there. I can't even remove it here while I'm trying to, so I'm guessing that this just started in there enough and my plan worked. This is not sliding anymore. I see it. I see it. It's right there. Come on. Oh, come on. I know it's just right there. Yep. We got it. That was easier than expected. I like the color. I like the color choice for the cord here. And I like this plug too. It's really wide and flat. I don't know about safe, but it's good. This lamp has this cool vintage articulating kind of ball joint piece of hardware that threads onto the end of the pipe, and I think I'm going to shine it up just since the rest of it is shiny. I know a lot of people would like the vintage patina. I think we're going to shine it up. We'll see. Well, I will put it together to see what it looks like and see how it feels. This goes on here. This part's pretty simple. It's just nuts and bolts. It's easy to strip these parts out and over tighten the screw. They're built cheap. They're perfectly good and they're perfectly safe. UL listed, that's what they're for, but it's easy to mess it up, so just be careful. And I just over tightened it immediately after saying that. Hopefully that's not fatal. Just a small piece of plastic came out. What broke? All right, a non-vital piece of plastic broke off, but I should heed my own warning. We'll be a little bit more careful on the other side. That's stupid. But anyhow, this looks good. I want this knob to be as close to the back of this as possible whenever I put this in, because it sticks out a whole bunch with these threads here. So I'm going to use this new collar from the new one on the inside of the fixture with a washer. On the outside, I'm going to use the original brass looking nut so that as little of the threads show as possible. Tighten it down. That feels good. Looks good. Tighten it down. Then this gets tightened down on top of it. That feels good. I suppose we're ready to test. Amazon Basics LED light bulb. Our extension cord. I don't know which position the switch is on, but we're gonna test it. Let's go, plug it in, and it works! Yay! Does the switch work? Yes! Yes! Looks good, feels good. Inside here, see our new lamp holder and our new turn knob right there. I wish I didn't have that little bit of the shafts just sticking out the gap. I certainly feel the play from earlier, from the flayed, from that groove where the angle was wider than the new one. So we'll get this shined up. We'll see what it looks like. All right, I got this all assembled and it is just looking good. I just used some Windex, some ammonia-free Windex on this, and it shined up more than I expected. I didn't realize how much of what I was looking at was dirt, but you know, you can see me now. Hi. Same on the post here. It really shined up well. It came out really good. This, I just hit with that same cleaner. Didn't shine it up all the way. I think it looks good. I'll also be putting in a more fitting bulb than this one. Something to complement the light well. Something nice and warm. Probably big. I'll probably get a big recess style, try to fill in this hole here. But overall, really happy. Thanks for watching me work on this lamp. It was a lot of fun, and look out for the next one. Take care.